Hello darlings, and welcome back to my channel. My little dumplings. Should I call you dumplings because it's Christmas season? Do you also have pierożki for Christmas? It's a Polish tradition and basically Eastern European, and even on Ozempic I could eat 200. If there's 200 I will eat 200. If there's 300 I will eat 300. It's okay. Like, if you don't like them, give them to me, but it's impossible to not like them. Anyways, welcome back. Today I have five new Arabic brand fragrances, which are 100%, okay, we'll get to that, but basically these are dupes for very expensive, popular scents. I have 3 Mouj dupes, I have 1 BDK dupe, and I have 1 Francique dupe as well. So let's start. Now, maybe I will go by brand. First one is from FA Paris. I don't really know much about this brand. They launched Francique collection, so one is for BDK Rouge Smoking, which I have, and the other is for Gris Charnel. I wanted to try the Rouge Smoking first. This is the bottle. Actually very pleasant to look at and to hold. It's heavy and it's very well done, perfectly done actually. So this is Francique 107.9. No idea what those numbers mean, and to be honest I do not care. So let's get into it. This should be a dupe for Rouge Smoking, and I will be honest with you straight away, it's not really. Is it a bad fragrance because of that? No, it's not. It is very similar, okay? It is very similar, but it's, I feel like, way more airy, watered down, definitely not as sweet and like up in your nose as a Rouge Smoking is. You know, with Rouge Smoking the problem I have is that even though it's dense and you can definitely smell it, it doesn't last that well. So you only get like 6 hours ish, and I feel like with this it's kind of the same thing, and it's even like it's even less obnoxious, so to speak. It's less present. I still smell myself when I wear this, but I feel like Rouge Smoking is sweeter, it is denser and just more visible to my nose, so to speak. And since I paid quite a lot for this, it's not the most inexpensive fragrance I've tried, not at all. It's around $40–45, maybe even $50 on some websites. So I wouldn't say it's very cheap. And to be very honest, you give another 50, and if you're lucky, you're getting Rouge Smoking, right? So in this case, you know, I always tell you the truth, and I paid with my own money for this. So, you know, I wish it was amazing, but honestly, I am a little bit dissatisfied. That's my initial impression after a couple of days testing this. Not the happiest. Maybe it will change, you know, it maybe has to macerate and macerate. You know how it is with fragrances. Maybe it's a new batch, but so far not too good. I mean, it's still nice, it smells very lovely, but it's just that I have this performance issue, and also I wish it was closer, you know. I wish it had all that Rouge Smoking has. So now I'm not very eager to try the Gris Charnel dupe from this brand, to be honest. But we'll see. I'll be much more eager to try the Gris Charnel dupe from Latafa that they just launched. I'm still eyeing it. It's sold out, of course. So as soon as I get it, I will review it. But this one, guys, I would definitely suggest thinking and maybe waiting 1 month more and getting the real deal in this particular case, okay? Because I'm not very sure about this. I cannot recommend it fully to you because I have some issues with this one. Okay, the next one, and with this one I'm super happy. This is from Emper, and you know what? Emper has phenomenal dupes. It's not the most visible brand in the community, or Fragrantica, you know, they're not very visible. But if you're going for Emper, you can be sure that the dupes are great. I have the Rouge Malachite dupe, which is amazing, like perfect, even better than the original in my opinion. And this one is phenomenal. I was a little bit hesitant because of how similar the bottle is. Like, you see, sometimes I'm very weird and I have issues with certain dupes. Sometimes when I see the bottle, I just cannot be bothered. For some reason, I'm just pushed away. With this, I wasn't sure, but actually in real life, the bottle is beautiful, but super duped. So this is Emper, Scent of Individuality, Best Dark Oud, Eau de Parfum. And you already know what it is, right? This is a dupe for Oud Satin Mood, my favorite Francis Kurkdjian fragrance. And here is the bottle. If it wasn't so slim, it would be the same as the OG, the 200 ml, right? But honestly, I love it. I love it. Now I have 2 best dupes for MFK that I could have. So I don't think I will ever buy the original again. This one I feel like is more vanilla than rose, but it's still like 99% of a dupe. It's beautiful. So the other one that I have is Baroque Satin Oud from Maison Alhambra, and they are both super close to the OG, at least to my nose, guys. You know how it is with the noses, right? But like, now that I'm smelling it from the get-go, from the start, the opening is even more similar to the OG with Emper. With Baroque, you need to like give it 30 seconds to start developing, and then it's pretty much the same to me. But this one gets there quicker, so maybe it's even better. Tell me what you think if you have done both. You know, this one I already wore, so I know it's great, but this one I'm still like testing. But so far, so dang good. So dang good. And it might even be better. There's a big chance that it will be better than Baroque. So if you want a dupe for MFK, I think it's very safe to get either or. They both have very similar price, I think, so it really doesn't matter that much. But maybe this one is even nicer. Like, there's a big fat chance. And you know what, now that I'm holding them both, this one has better bottle, because here I like the shape and all, but the cap is plastic, and here you have a very nice heavy metal cap, just like in MFK. So better experience overall. Okay, that's for Francis. And now we can move on to the most exciting part, I think, because I have a Milestone Mouj, correct me if any of that was wrong, collection. And this is a collection that's inspired by Mouj fragrances. I have 3 of them, and I think on the website there were only 3. I think only these 3 I saw. I don't know if there's more. So we have Mouj, let's say it's okay. Let's call it Mouj for the purpose of this video, and don't hate me in the comments. So Mouj Gardens, it's supposed to be a dupe for Guidance. And look at the bottle. how gorgeous. How flippin' gorgeous is this? Of course, very similar to the OG, but honestly, if not nicer, it's so beautiful. Of course, you know, you don't have the magnetic cap, the cap is plastic, but still for the price, I really didn't pay much. Each of those were like maybe 35 bucks, so not bad at all. So we have Gardens, which is for guidance. Then we have Iceage, which is for lineage. And look at the bottle, oh my god, how gorgeous. How gorgeous. And then we have Red Rocks, which is of course for Crimson Rocks. And I don't know why it pulls a little bit red on camera. It's actually like raspberry pink. It's not red, it's pink. But like a very saturated raspberry pink. Very beautiful bottles, that I have to say. For the price, honestly, I'm even happy just having them as a decoration. No, I'm kidding, but still beautiful, don't you think? Let me know in the comments. But for me, these bottles are gold. Okay, so onto the fragrances. Now it gets complicated, okay? Now it gets complicated. Maybe let's start with Red Rocks, because it's the oldest Mouj from the collection. So let's go in the order that they were released. So Red Rocks, the notes are pretty much the same, but the proportions have to be completely different because it is not that similar. To me, and I do not mean it in a bad way, because to some people, Crimson Rocks from Mouj might be very, very heavy and very much unwearable. I personally really like Crimson Rocks and I do not mind it. However, this is just a toned down version of it. I feel like it's also sweeter. I think it's also... Is it less rosy? Maybe a little bit, yes. You still get the honey, but in general, this is way less potent. I would say way more feminine. Even though Crimson Rocks is supposed to be a feminine scent, this one is definitely more like wearable everyday feminine scent, if you get what I'm saying. Like, to me, Crimson Rocks would be perfect for more special occasions, not around the house, you know, like going out, holiday season, all that. This I would actually wear around the house and running errands. This is how mellow it is. You know what I mean? It's still a nice fragrance, but it's clearly not a dupe. This is an inspiration, which to some of you might be great, to some of you might be shite. And I do get that. I do get both points because I'm still like thinking where I stand, you know? But I still am happy that I got it. At least I tried it. Is it my favorite scent from this collection? No. But is Crimson Rocks my favorite Mouj? Also no. So I don't know. You know what? I think you absolutely should check it out. But I don't think it is a safe blind buy. I would not recommend blind buying it like I did, but this is my job and it's, you know, me spending money on that is actually understandable and justified, right? But for you to spend your hard-earned money on something you do not work on, I would maybe check it out first, like a sample or something. Not the favorite. Actually, the favorite one is a very, very surprising one for me. Okay, so the next one is Gardens, which is for guidance, right here. And I actually do have guidance right here on my desk, so we can even test them side by side. Crimson Rocks, I also have a sample, like multiples, but I cannot be bothered to go through the boxes of samples. Sorry guys, I know Crimson Rocks so well. So this one is not a dupe. I wouldn't say it's a dupe. Now we're getting into Guidance. So here's the OG. Yeah, we have Guidance here. I hope you see it. Okay. And then we've got, is it free? Yes. And then we have Gardens from what? Milestone. So again, the notes seem pretty much the same, but completely different proportions. This one is completely different. Guys, this one is nowhere near Guidance. Like nowhere near. Like Guidance is this heavy rose and nutty and balmy, very balsamic. I would call this scent balsamic for sure. Like not nutty balsamic rose scent with a little bit of pear. And in Gardens, you actually mainly get pear. It's like sparkling, bubbly fragrance. Doesn't remind me of Guidance in the slightest. Like, no. No. Honestly, I love the bottle. Had such high expectations towards this, but it is not similar. Truly not. Like, I'm telling you straight away, if you want Guidance dupe, this is not it. This one is way fresher, way more everyday friendly. This is a flirty spring summer fragrance, which Guidance also can be, of course, but Guidance is way more like complex, heavy, heady almost. You know, it changes. This one doesn't. This is pear with a little bit of rose, with some balminess, but I do not get the nutty touches pretty much at all. Yeah, it's not a dupe again. Again, this is not a dupe for Guidance, even though the name might suggest it, the packaging, all that. This is not a dupe. However, don't go just yet, because, sorry, I have a fluff on my lip. And it's not a moustache, don't think that way, no. Something is flying around here. Anyways, this is still a great scent, okay? This is still a very nice scent. I don't want to say it's super similar, but it reminds me way more of the Lina Exclusive rather than Guidance. Yeah. Is it good? I don't know. Is it bad? I don't know. You know, with these, this is a very hard situation that you guys are putting me in, because I don't know if I should recommend or not really. Because, you know, some of you might smell them and say, oh my god, this is completely different. Yes, because that's what all of you are gonna say, for sure. But, you know, some of you might absolutely fall in love with this fragrance. This is very fruity, flirty, girly, quite airy, not too dense, it's sweet. It's just very day wear of a fragrance. And I like it. I like it. With the longevity, I get like 5 hours. But again, it might have to macerate. Because, you know, I have to give it a benefit of a doubt that it actually might get more potent once the time passes. You know, I still like it. I might still use it. I really like the bottle and all that. I'm really not unhappy about it, you know. And last but not least, we have Iceage. And the box looks like this. So this one, this is the funniest thing. This reminds me of Guidance way more than Gardens. It's crazy. And you know what? I actually really love Lineage from this collection. Despite the fact that everybody hypes up Guidance, I really do like Lineage. And Lineage is very mirror heavy. It's quite smoky, but it also has some nice slight freshness running through it and some slight sweetness. And I do love Lineage. It's beautiful oriental fragrance that doesn't give enough hype, I feel like. But with Iceage, I don't know what they did, guys. Like, why didn't they put the juice of this in this? I don't get it. Because this to me, and again, not entirely, but this to me is kind of a fresh, sweet cross between Guidance and Lineage, you know? Let me put it on my skin, actually. But still, sweeter than any of them. These in general are way sweeter than Amouage versions. Way sweeter and way more wearable, everyday appropriate, girly. Definitely not unisex. These are all very feminine, okay? Very feminine. Especially don't be upset with this one, which to me, the original Lineage is very unisex. But this one to me is 100% feminine. Very, very feminine fragrance. So keep that in mind, guys. I would still check them out, even though these are not dupes, okay? They failed the test of duping on this channel. They failed massively, all of them. However, they are still very nice. It's, you know, you don't smell alcohol, you get very nice blend, they're not screechy, they're beautifully smooth. All is in here, but they're just different scents. Simple as that. I feel like Iceage is actually the most similar to Guidance, but still not there, okay? So that's not easy. That's not easy to be me today, because I don't know what to tell you. On one hand, I would recommend, because beautiful bottles, great price. You know, you cannot go wrong with the price for such beautiful bottles. But will you love the scents? I cannot be sure. You know, when I recommend you stuff, guys, I am always sure that maybe not all of you, but many of you will love the fragrances, because the quality and all of that speaks for itself. With this, first of all, I don't know this brand. This is my first experience with this brand, and I don't know how it will macerate and maturate. I don't know how it will perform on you. And also, since these are very different from the original versions that they're inspired by, you might be very surprised. But still, I would check them out, especially this one. This one is actually my favorite out of all of them. This one is beautiful, but nowhere close to the OGs. So that is it, guys. So to sum up, Francique, BDK, Rue Smoking dupe, not my favorite. Emper Best Oud, absolute favorite. And then we have all these, which I talked about so much, I'm not even gonna sum it up. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope I helped you. And that's it. That's it, guys. See you in my next video. I love you. Bye.